Bom pessoal, no vídeo de hoje nós vamos estar jogando a 4.1 do Honkai Star Rail de Planarcadia. E eu fiz isso em duas lives, inclusive a 4.2 também faremos ao vivo. Se eu não me engano deu umas 6 horas ali no total, então vai ser 2 episódios. Então é isso, deixa um like e se inscrevam e bora pro resumo que teve aí da 4.0. Aí sim a gente vai startar com a história nova.
After receiving an invitation from Jade's Anti-Destruction Alliance, the Astral Express set its course for HIMEKO's homeland, the world from which the Express set off again after its fall, Planarcadia. In this world blessed by the elation, there exists the Phantasmoon Games. Wearing ancient masks of the elation, 8 chosen participants strive to create miracles that move the hearts and souls of Planarcadia's people, hoping to share in the power of the Eon.
E dessa vez a gente não vai ter
Having managed this world for
tiros em banner
many
porque
years,
sinceramente
the IPC seeks to
não me interessei
profit
pelo
by
HIMEKO
controlling
e
this
não quero
Eonic
ninguém nessa
game.
versão.
In
Cara,
response,
porque se for
the
considerar
Astral Express too has decided to enter the fray.
que na 4.2 vai vir a Silver Wolf e a Evanescence, e tá tendo uns murmurinhos aí falando que o Fai não vai vir também.
Meanwhile, General Yao
Você
Guang,
acha que eu sou
the
maluco de gastar
Xianzhou
nessa
envoy
atualização,
to
né?
the
Qual?
Anti-Destruction Alliance, foresaw through divination the great crisis looming over Planarcadia. In her reading, the Stellaron Hunter Blade, who had arrived for the Phantasmoon Games, would become the source of this impending catastrophe. To uncover the truth behind the coming apocalypse, Yao Guang seized a mask of elation meant for the Stellaron Hunters and placed it upon
Ela jogou a máscara na
Sunday's
cara do
face.
Sunday e falou: opa, você vai
Thus,
jogar o jogo sim.
due to this unexpected turn of events, Sunday was made a participant in the games. Meanwhile, we journeyed to the school tied to HIMEKO's family in search of the mask of elation that had once belonged to her. Yet before we could reach it, we were attacked by the streamer Sparksy, a double of Sparkle, who seized the mask for herself.
Eu não lembro se eu cheguei a comentar isso nas lives que eu fiz ou até no final dos vídeos ou algo parecido, mas eu ainda acho criminoso o fato da Yao Guang ter recebido mais destaque do que a própria Sparksy nessa 4.0, velho. Foi bizarro.
After seeing through the illusion, I encountered a mysterious girl named Evanescia in the school's
E a
archive.
Evanescence, nossa garota
With her
mágica.
help, I obtained another mask of her own creation, and thus became a supplicant of the Phantasmoon Games. To defeat supplicant Sparksy, we ventured deep into the Fool's base of operations, the World's End Tavern, and later returned to the school to overcome her. In doing so, we achieved the first miracle of the Phantasmoon Games. The Express hero defeats the villain spreading the virus. Yet, at the close of the supplicant's
teve esse
first
rolê
battle, greater mysteries
do
emerged.
pai da HIMEKO, não é
A
verdade?
stranger appeared, claiming himself to be HIMEKO's father, and revealed a long-buried tale. 15 years ago, during the Phantasmoon Games, someone known as the Herald of Death went on a murderous rampage.
O que eu mais tô curioso por enquanto de Planarcadia é só o passado da HIMEKO. Tipo, como é que vão desenvolver o passado dela, né? E o que eu acho que veio tem ligação com os com os Vigia da Galáxia. São as duas únicas coisas que eu tô meio tipo, opa, quero saber mais sobre, sabe? Pouco depois do fiasco da Sparksy com chegar ao fim.
Miss March, please, look straight into my eyes. Just like that. Perfect.
Ah, Kushiba.
I'll need you to repeat these next few lines after me, and do so in the same tone of voice.
Okay.
The sky is blue, not a dazzling display of sparks.
The sky is blue, not a dazzling display of sparks.
Though dazzling sparks may light up the night sky, they can never outshine the eternal silence of stars.
Are you kidding? That's one sentence? Okay, Though dazzling sparks may light up the night sky, they can never outshine the eternal silence of stars?
Very good.
Very good.
The internet is both an umbilical cord and a waste duct for the mind, through which humanity's thirst for elation gave birth to the twisted Sparksy.
Whoa there! That's a bit much. Maybe he can be the one to say it?
Ué, eu tô aí? E aí, gente?
These are the test sentences I improvised according to the guidelines from the Human and Intellitron Emotional Baseline Test. I carefully observe the subject's micro-expressions and tone changes at the moment they say the name Sparksy, to check if they are infected by a mimetic virus.
Pra ver se ainda sobrou alguma coisa do vírus da pessoa, né? Beleza.
So, I passed the test.
Given how fascinating your reaction was, I clearly don't need to worry about you. Should you find yourself experiencing any live stream addiction withdrawal symptoms later, feel free to contact the Department of Aberration Defense staff. We'll provide you with a series of...
Departamento de Defesa contra Aberrações, que nome legal.
You're handling this like a real pro, Miss Kuchiba. Has this kind of thing happened before?
It's impossible to predict what will happen during the Phantasmoon Games. Once, a supplicant reversed the definitions of truth and lies, which nearly caused a massive civil unrest. After that incident, we incorporated mimetic treatment into the Department of Aberration Defense's emergency safety protocols. Sparksy Khan didn't cause any casualties this time. But if your partner hadn't stopped Sparksy from spreading the virus, she might have turned into a calamity-level aberration.
Nível calamidade.
Without proper containment measures, a calamity-level aberration can destroy dozens of cities as it spreads. That's the scale we're talking about.
Aberração?
That's the Department of Aberration Defense's term for them. It usually refers to Imaginae infused with wish power who have lost control and begun to run amok.
Ok.
Over time, though, it's become a label that gets slapped onto any hazardous entity.
Qual é o meu nível de aberração, moça?
You? An aberration? What are you talking about? Though, I gotta say, you do look pretty weird with that mask on.
Don't tell me you're a Cosmicon collective player. The Department of Aberration Defense's hazard ratings are nothing like the power ratings in some card game. Right then, that's all for the required checkup. If you're interested in aberration calamity threat levels and how they're classified, you might want to take a look at this document. However, do bear in mind that causing damage of the aforementioned scale during the Phantasmoon Games will cause you to be classified as an aberration.
Nível penadinho, são mais fraco. O demoníaco representa um perigo claro e presente, capaz de ferir pessoas. Calamidade foi isso que ela acabou de falar. Cataclísmico, ameaça catastrófica capaz de paralisar um continente inteiro. Ou apocalipse, um nível de ameaça capaz de causar o colapso da civilização até extinção. Eita porra!
Before I leave,
rapaz,
there's one more thing I need to tell you. Remember Lyndon Scott? The man who served as your
lembro isso. Essa foi a melhor coisa que aconteceu durante essa lore da 4.0. O Scott tendo de arrastar, vambora.
Dá vontade de rir, cara. Como é que eu faço pra não rir? Por favor, cara. Por favor, galera, me perdoa. Me perdoa.
Muito foda, Alec. Vamos dançar. Morreu!
Nossa, quem foi que ele perturbou dessa vez?
Though, given how he's behaved, he's definitely rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. But I doubt any of it was serious enough to get him killed.
É aquela frase, né? Os guri vão te avacalhar, vambora.
Seems like you are quite familiar with him.
You don't suspect us, do you?
A gente fale por você, mas eu claramente mataria o Scott.
But we'd never do anything like that to
claramente eu faria muito isso.
Vou matar você.
Easy there, young lady. I haven't even started asking questions yet. Of course, there's no way the renowned heroes of the Express would harm some lowly IPC employee simply because they had a problem with him. And more importantly, both of you have solid alibis. The initial results of our investigation suggest his murder might be connected to the Phantasmoon Games. I'm informing you both of this to warn you to be extremely careful.
É porque a ideia de, nossa, vamos participar de uma série de jogos
intended for passing the time or relaxation.
Num planeta de jogos. Parece legal, mas do nada a gente chega aqui, ué, assassinato e...
I wish you success.
Oh, tá.
Farewell.
Valeu, moça.
Could he actually... I just can't believe it. But it was Miss Kuchiba who told us, so... It must be true. So, the Phantasmoon Games.
Qual é a minha opinião?
Pretty frightening, huh?
Eu tô bem feliz que
What's
esse
your
pote foi
take?
pro caralho, fia. Não sei você, mas eu quero descobrir a verdade.
Even though Scott pops up now and then to give us a bit of trouble, I still feel bad about him dying so suddenly during the Phantasmoon Games like this.
If the killer is here for the Phantasmoon Games, they might become our enemy soon.
The Phantasmoon Games.
Você é jovem demais pra ficar suspirando desse jeito.
Good thing HIMEKO entrusted this mission to the two of us. Who would have imagined that the Great March herself would be stopped at the doorstep in the very first round? Forget it. I'm not like you. I was never hero material to begin with. Normally my hands can't even keep up with my brain when I play video games. You're definitely the right person for the Phantasmoon Games. It's just such a shame. We finally get a chance to vacation in HIMEKO's hometown. And I thought we'd make some happy memories together.
É, depois do que a gente passou por Euphorioso, a gente precisa de umas férias, mas... eu vou trabalhar duro por nós dois.
I'll triumph in the Phantasmoon Games in your stead.
Parece ter uma declaração, que estranho.
Alright. But,
Vamos
look,
dar nosso melhor,
don't
Marcinha.
push yourself too hard, okay, you? Remember that we've got your back. Oh, right. Where are HIMEKO and Mr. Yang? They must be getting examined and interrogated too, right?
Ah, verdade, né?
Why don't you send Mr. Yang a message?
Teve troca de dublagem do Yang, né? Eu quero muito ver como é que ficou. Eu vi um pedacinho, mas eu quero ver na prática como é que tá a voz dele. Tá, eu acabei de concluir a triagem da infecção. A HIMEKO tava aqui até agora, mas não sei pra onde ela foi. Eu ouvi dizer que a HIMEKO se encontrou com o pai dela. Ela parecia estar um pouco alterada e eu não pressionei muito. Olha, ficar no meio dos dois foi o ó. Você quer ouvir a mesma história? Nós somos uma grande família e é importante entender o que tá passando por todo mundo. Ok.
Mr. Yang said he wants to hear what happened between HIMEKO and her dad.
Can't blame him for being curious. I really want to know too.
Salve, Sr. Yang.
You're here.
Oba.
HIMEKO hasn't mentioned her
Finalmente
father
você
at
tá
all in
falando.
the time since I boarded. So, what is going on between them? As you were the only one with her at the time, you're the only one I can ask.
Nossa, mas a voz tá realmente bem parecida com o dublador anterior, hein?
Yeah, it really threw me for a sec when you said HIMEKO's father. But when you think about it, it's only natural that HIMEKO has a father, right? Not everyone's like me, thawed out of an ice block.
Então, o que rolou?
15 years ago. The Phantasmoon Games of that year.
O que é estranho porque, tipo, esse cara aparece falando que a HIMEKO morreu. Aí depois a HIMEKO fala, não, mas meu pai tá morto. Então o que necessariamente tá acontecendo aqui?
One of the victims was my very own daughter. Upon my return, I stood before the grave where she was laid to rest. Her name was HIMEKO. So, this lady who bears her name, who exactly?
15 years ago. when I made up my mind to join this Phantasmoon Games. My father wasn't with me, even as I fought for my life against the Herald of Death. My father was still off somewhere, wandering the cosmos, strictly speaking. Ever since I can remember, his presence in my life has been as thin as the air in
Então ela não
space.
tinha pai presente, ok.
So, I would ask you, who bears his name? Who exactly are you?
Well, well, well. Look at you. What are you getting so worked up over? Just a joke. A joke.
Oxe.
It's been 15 years after all. And you've grown into such a fine young lady. How could you expect your old man to recognize you right off the bat? So, what's with that gravestone I saw with your name on it then?
When you don't know if you'll live to see tomorrow, there's nothing strange about getting your affairs in order in advance, is there, Mr. Ryusuke?
Mr. Ryusuke? How could you be so formal with your own father? At least call me Dad like you used to, okay?
Eu vou me esconder num canto.
Hold it. And you are... Don't tell me.
Meu seu filho.
Is this your child?
Quase. Oh, calma aí.
I haven't seen you in 15 years, and now I'm a grandfather. Wait, who's the father?
That's enough! You are looking at my colleague. A new generation of trailblazer. My friend and my
Ele é seu
companion
filho.
on the Astral Express. Do you understand now, Father?
You hear that? She called me father. Hello there, my friend. Sorry about that. I thought you were HIMEKO's son for a second there.
Você vive numa bolha, não assiste jornal não,
You must forgive me. I'm just an old-timer who's lost touch with the times. I'm a painter. Most of my work involves traveling to different segmenta to complete commissions for my clients. HIMEKO. I know I've let too many chances to spend time with you slip away.
Just slip away? The first time we met was at Mother's funeral, when I was already 6 years old. Let's put that aside for now. Were you also too busy with work when I was suffering from a weathering curse?
Maldição o quê?
You might not believe me, but I've been running around for your sake all this time. All these years, I've been trapped in this room that represents the past that I imaginated. And I've never left it.
You didn't know about me becoming the Express's navigator either?
15 years. The Express never stopped here once. You didn't even leave behind so much as a single word to indicate you were still alive. And the Department of Aberration Defense completely sealed off all records of what happened during those Phantasmoon Games. I did hear many rumors about the Astral Express, though. I even saw the navigator's name. At first I thought it was just someone else with the same name. And even when curiosity drove me to look up your picture, I still didn't dare believe that the woman so full of poise and grace was my daughter. She'd grown up safe, becoming a living legend in her own right. I thought about contacting the Express, but what if their navigator was just someone who happened to share the same name? I've been clinging to an absurd notion that if I never sought the answer, there was still a 50-50 chance my daughter was still alive. But if I found the answer,
Sua lógica não faz muito sentido, mas tudo bem.
So, HIMEKO, how did you...
I'd rather not tarry here too long. I'll be taking my leave now, Dean. The Express has defeated the supplicant that occupied this school and prevented another tragedy like the one 15 years ago. Now it's time for you to fulfill the duties you failed in back then. Go comfort those students. And see if you can't figure out how to deal with the media bombardment while you're at it.
Failed in my duties. So, still mad at me?
Dá pra entender claramente por que ela tá tão chateada com o pai, né? O cara não era presente na vida dela. Eu? Quer conversar comigo?
Sorry, kid. This might be a bit abrupt, but has Himeko ever mentioned her surname to you?
Já, mas ela nunca falou sobre o passado dela direito.
I'm a failure of a father. I broke her heart. But what exactly happened 15 years ago? I can't believe it. She actually survived the weathering curse.
Que negócio é esse de maldição?
Have you heard the tale of the legendary painter Graphia, who hid everything on this planet's surface within a scroll?
Não.
It is said that to achieve such a monumental feat, she made a forbidden exchange, sacrificing both her own life and that of her descendants. Few descendants carrying the Graphia bloodline have lived past 30. Most of them wither like flowers while they're still young, skin cracking and peeling like dried paint.
Isso é uma maldição que passa de geração em geração, como você tá vivo falando comigo agora.
Himeko is no exception. She was tormented by the curse for years.
Mas então, você parece muito saudável.
Just a useless son-in-law who married into the family. Strictly speaking, I can't really be considered a Graphia descendant.
E o que você fez por ela?
What I did doesn't matter anymore. The elixir seekers' folk remedies, the intelligentsia's guild treatments. I tried them all, but nothing could reverse the curse. All the time spent searching for cures only resulted in me not being by her side when she needed me the most. In the end, I am nothing but a useless father.
Ela tá sã e salva agora, isso não é o que importa?
You're right. I just didn't realize it quickly enough. How she got through it, how she survived, none of that's important. What matters is that my daughter is back. That's all I need. If I may ask a small favor, would you mind showing me where my daughter works?
Onde ela
I want
trabalha?
to make up for all the care I failed to give her all those years. I want to get to know my daughter better.
De volta ao presente.
Truly a memorable father-daughter reunion. Brings up some memories of my own home as well.
There goes Mr. Yang with that knowing look again. Just what kind of parent-child relationship are we talking about anyway?
When I was a child, my parents were also always busy with work and were unable to spare a moment for me. As a child, I couldn't help but feel resentful. It wasn't until I became a father myself that I understood how they felt when they were forced to sacrifice the time we could have spent together.
So, did you already promise to give Mr. Ryusuke a tour of the Express?
Como eu posso recusar, né?
Thought as much. After all, it's Himeko's dad. So, where is he?
Aí ele.
Everyone's here. Sorry to keep you all waiting. I'm truly grateful to all of you for looking after my daughter.
Not at all. She's the one who's been taking care of us.
Would you all be so kind as to show me around?
Bora.
So, this is the Astral Express. Really lives up to its reputation. It's even more impressive than I imagined. As to be expected, of course, huh? It's the place where my daughter works. By the way, what's the pay like for a navigator? Does a position come with insurance and annual bonus?
Cara metendo assunto de dinheiro do nada, isso aí
Talk
é...
about parental love. First thing out of his mouth is asking about her salary. Like I'd have a clue.
Tá perguntando pra mim?
Hold, a little backup here.
Como é que eu vou saber? Oxi, deve ganhar meio que a mesma coisa que você, eu acho.
Nice one. Parents can probably relax as long as their kids aren't making less than they are, right?
Really? Don't underestimate me, kid. I've got big shots from across the cosmos on my client list. Well, I wouldn't say my work is worth a king's ransom.
Mr. Ryusuke, please rest assured. None of the Express crew ever lack for money. We not only receive support from members of the Genius Society, but also from prosperous commercial worlds, such as the Planet of Festivities.
Ah, good, good. Hearing you say that is a huge relief, Mr. Yang. Speaking of which, what kind of work does being a navigator generally entail?
Don't you underestimate HIMEKO either. Her daily duties include, charting navigation routes, calibrating warp jumps, and technical maintenance. Not to mention she's always guiding the Nameless on missions.
Oh, my daughter is really something else, isn't she?
Of course! Every time we return safely from a trailblazing expedition, it's all thanks to HIMEKO's guidance and protection. She's the backbone of the Astral Express.
Ó, falou bonito, hein, Márcio? Cadê o respeito com o nosso condutor?
Hey, come on! You're just trying to stir up trouble. If HIMEKO's the backbone of the Express, then our conductor is the absolute cutest and hardest working of all. Right, Pom Pom?
Oh? We got a new passenger?
Oxi, de onde foi que esse bicho brotou?
This gentleman does look kind of familiar.
É o pai da Himeko.
No wonder he felt so familiar. How are you, Mr. Ryusuke?
Conductor? Oh. So you must be my daughter's superior, huh? Well, thank you for taking such good care of her all this time.
Superior? That's way too formal. It's HIMEKO who's been taking care of the Express and everyone on it.
He's... What is he doing on the Express?
It's all my fault. I was just curious about your daily work, so I asked your colleagues to show me around, and I know I didn't ask your permission first. Just please don't be mad, HIMEKO.
Mad? Why would I be mad? Mr. Ryusuke, welcome aboard the Astral Express. Is there anything else you'd like to see?
Você não parece muito legal não com essa ideia, Himeko.
Well...
Esse sorriso não me convenceu.
I know you'd rather keep your distance from your good-for-nothing father. You're on a journey, and it's rude of me to barge in like this. But it's been way too long since we last saw each other. As your father, I want to get to know you better. Make up for all the time we've lost. At least while you're staying here. Please allow me to show you some of the fatherly care and devotion I owe you. Will you?
Excuse me? Why don't the two of you go to the party car? Shush, get the drinks ready.
Shush. All right. I'll go make some tea.
That's just our domestic robot's name. Come on, Father. People are resting here. Let's not disturb them. Oh, and... come with us.
Mas isso aí eu não quero me meter não.
I want to talk about the Phantasmoon games, not just personal matters.
They left. Whoa. That's the first time I've seen HIMEKO be that cold to anyone. What are you still doing here? HIMEKO asked you to go to the party car. I get it. Reunions are private, and you don't want to spoil it for them. That's fair. It won't hurt to give them some time.
I hope a drink will help the two of them set aside their past differences. If they do argue, I'm counting on you to play peacemaker.
Ixi, vai sobrar pra mim esse BO ainda, mas vamos lá, vai. Ah, que bom que já começou logo com o que vendeu o final da missão passada, né? Saber mais sobre a Himeko e o pai dela. Esse robô.
When it comes to breaking the icy silence between a father and daughter, nothing's better than a cup of hot water. The person who drinks it will yelp, "Hot!" and be immediately met with a concerned, "How could you be so careless?" from the other party. And just like that, the conversation starts flowing. Friendly reminder, that is not a joke, but a practical ice-breaking tip.
Ooh. Your robot is hilarious. I'm surprised how relaxing and comfy the work environment is here.
Got it. I'll make myself scarce.
Eu vou sumir daqui, coitado.
Being a nameless is neither relaxing nor comfy. Most of the time, we are facing down Void Rangers from the Antimatter Legion, bugs left by the Swarm disaster, Borisin, and various organizations that are suspicious of the Express or have malicious intentions for us.
That dangerous? Huh. Maybe
Você largar o
this trip
emprego, olha
home
esse
is a
cara.
great chance to quit your job, huh? I mean, talk about coincidence. Just so happens I'm getting on in years. And Graphia Academy is in need of a new dean.
You know that's not what I meant. Once I've set my mind on something, I never look back. Ever since I was 6, when you told me those stories about traveling through the cosmos, I knew that someday I would walk among the stars.
Actually, I was just kidding. I'm not completely clueless about what the Express and what you do. Oh, right. Once I knew the Express was coming, I even bought that comic series that's based on your adventures.
Please don't tell me it's fluffy across the blue. I never thought you'd be into comics.
Ah, não, tá me zoando que esse é o nome fofurinho através do azul.
That's right. The protagonist is a baseball bat-wielding raccoon. The character's based on that kid, right?
As an artist, you do have a good eye. Come over here.
Com licença.
Thanks for giving us some time alone.
Foi nada.
HIMEKO. That's the first time I've seen you smile since I've seen you this time. So, what brought you back home this time? What's the story behind our lucky meeting?
Like I said before, we're here for the Phantasmoon Games.
So, the Phantasmoon Games 15 years ago were the reason you were able to overcome the Weathering Curse?
Indeed.
I see. That makes sense. For those of us who haven't experienced the Ionic game firsthand, it's just something from the history books.
Então
or
a
even akin to a
HIMEKO,
myth.
ela ganhou os jogos passados e aí pediu pra tirar essa maldição? Foi isso que aconteceu?
But I never imagined that the Ionic game would turn into a blood sacrifice overnight. The Herald of Death was a heartless madman. If I hadn't defeated him then, all of Duomension City would have become his slaughterhouse. During the first few years of my journey, I relived that evening every single night in my dreams. The color of that twilight, painted with blood. So much blood. Blended with terror and screams. The victims were twisted like clay into grotesque shapes. Like paint tubes that had been snapped, one after the other. And that man, he reveled in the colors splattered everywhere and wanted the whole world to be his canvas.
Que queria pintar o sangue das vítimas, não sei o que, parece um pouco o Udin do LoL. Acho que é a mesma pegada de psicopata.
Sim, eu tenho amigos.
A arte compensa a dor. Me chamam de louco, mas todos os artistas são loucos.
Vamos parar com um assunto
Even if I
deprê?
could avenge his victims, in the end, it won't bring them back to life. The entire thing is like a heavy piece of baggage. Only by letting it go can I travel the road ahead more easily.
You did your best. And I'm glad to see you made it back here safe and sound.
I thought I'd never come back. But the times have changed. The conditions to hold the Phantasmoon Games have been met again. However, to hold 2 games in just 15 years? That in itself is far from normal. Just like 15 years ago, the IPC wants to control everything. However, a game woven by the most fickle of eons is destined to slip through everyone's grasp. I received a report from the Department of Aberration Defense. I'm sure he must also have heard. There's been a brutal incident in Dovebrook District. Someone massacred everyone at the headquarters of the Sinwish Syndicate, leaving a signature that only the Herald of Death would use. The Bloody Bloom.
Aqui tá o relatório sobre o caso. E rolou aquela briga de gangue e tal, que o Scout morreu. Sobre as questões acima, eu já entrei em contato com o departamento. A recepcionista falou que o caso ainda tá sob investigação. Ok.
What? The Herald of Death is still alive.
Ele voltou?
People at the Department of Aberration Defense told me that the Herald of Death was executed after his verdict was passed. Even were he to be resurrected, the rules dictate that the same person cannot become a supplicant twice.
Are you saying we've got a copycat?
É, imitador?
That's right.
Errei a palavra.
The Herald of Death has a copycat. But what I find even more worrying is that this Phantasmoon Games has caught the attention of something even more terrifying than the Herald of Death. I believe that whether or not this Herald of Death copycat has a connection to the Phantasmoon Games, defeating him presents an excellent opportunity for you to demonstrate the resolve of the Nameless to the whole of Planarcadia.
Ah, então eu entendi.
As for you, Dad, have any clients commissioned you lately? It'd be best if you left this world for a while.
Oh. May I take that as my daughter showing concern for her dad?
You can take it as a safety advisory from the Astral Express. Also, as he has already become a supplicant and joined the Phantasmoon Games, he will have my full support. I'd like him to temporarily keep the Mask of Elation that has been passed down through our family.
Too late for me to raise any objections at this point, right? Sounds good. The mask stays with the kid.
Então eu vou ter duas máscaras, é isso?
Thank you. Would you like another drink?
Ah, got it. Next, it's time to show me the way out, isn't it? Oh, I've definitely overstayed my welcome. For most of my life, I couldn't be there for my daughter. And now that I finally have the chance, she wants me to leave. In that case, I'll be on my way. HIMEKO. The Graphia family has a number of records about the Phantasmoon Games, passed down through the generations. Come over to the school library later. I'll give them to you.
I'll be there, Dad. I apologize. My father's little tour seems to have made things awkward for everyone on the Express. Let's head to the parlor car and check in on Welt and March. Now that my father's gone, we can all relax a bit.
Espera aí, eu quero começar com você. Eu tenho uma ideia sobre o objetivo desses jogos da Lua.
Has Mr. Ryosuke left?
Yes. I told him to head home for now. After all, what is going on with the Phantasmoon Games has nothing to do with him. I'm really sorry, everyone, for bringing my personal family matters onto the Express.
Not at all. Mr. Ryosuke is your family. And that makes him part of our family too. And the most important thing for family is to be together. So he's welcome to drop by anytime.
Madame Pearl sent a message to the Express just now, inviting our supplicant to a meeting. She'll have a private car waiting for us.
Carro particular? Rapaz.
Yes. The meeting won't be held in some stuffy, formal reception room. She would like us to visit and tour the headquarters of a company under her name instead. HIMEKO, you know about Perlux Corp, right?
Of course. It's the biggest entertainment conglomerate in Planarcadia.
Entertainment company?
That's right. Perlux Corp is a titan, dominating the entertainment consumer market, including cartoons, comics, games, toys, and the like. They've cornered half the market.
Oh, so that's where the Pearl in Perlux comes from. It's a play on her name.
Did Pearl mention what she wanted to talk about?
She didn't say much, but she specifically mentioned wanting to discuss the developments regarding the Phantasmoon Games, and that she could provide us with a bit of help.
Helping her opponents in the Eonic game? Oh, looks like she realizes we are all in the same boat. Perhaps she has also realized that the Phantasmoon Games cannot be artificially manipulated.
We may be able to get a clearer picture of Pearl's intentions after we meet with her.
Você vai mesmo fazer eu ir lá falar com ela?
Think about it. You've already crossed paths with key figures from numerous factions, and even built rapport with some. You're already a capable Nameless who can more than hold your own. Though she holds a high administrative position on this planet, do not forget, she is also one of the 10 Stonehearts. You've already dealt with Aventurine on numerous occasions, so you should have ample experience handling members of the 10 Stonehearts.
Acho que ela não deve ser tão
Hey, don't worry.
complicada
If things
assim.
do get messy, yours truly is here to save the day.
Looks like March wants to visit too.
I'm just trying to look out for him here. Even if things do go sideways, Pearl wouldn't dare get mad at an adorable young lady like me, right?
As lógicas dela são muito
Well
boas.
then, I'll leave this meeting to you two.
Aren't you coming with us, Himeko?
I'd like to talk with my father. Didn't he say he would hand over the records about the Phantasmoon games from our family history to me? And honestly, isn't this a good chance for you youngsters to handle things independently?
I understand. In that case, March and I will be
o Elch
heading
vem
out
com a
now.
gente, vambora.
Oh, score!
Dessa vez é um Elch com voz, graças a Deus.
So, where are we getting picked up?
You should be familiar with it. It's just under the giant gate next to the AT Plaza.
Isn't that where we first met Sparksy? Since we're getting chauffeured there, why not just come straight to us?
Essa não é a chance perfeita para fazer umas compras?
Perfect! I've been wanting to stop by the comic store to grab a copy of Fluffy Across the Blue.
Tá, vamos lá.
Destination Perlux headquarters. And let's grab a copy of the Fluffy while we're at it. Aw, this is just perfect.
We'll head out when you're ready.
There may be some information in the family records that could help us. It's just that whenever I think about talking with my father, I can't help feeling uneasy.
Não é todo dia que a gente vê você assim.
Even someone like me, who's always putting on a composed front, can end up giving everyone a laugh. When you think about it like that, the meeting with Pearl doesn't seem so scary, now does it?
Não sei. Bom, vamos lá.
Look! There's a convenience store. Mind if I grab a copy of Fluffy Across the Blue while we're waiting?
Is that the comic based on the Express's adventures? The author sure knows how to tap into what's trending.
The best part is that the author drew all of us as adorable little animals. Totally fits our personas, don't you think?
Você é super fofa, coelhinha Mars.
Right back at ya, baseball raccoon.
In fact, it was recently announced that the Fluffy is getting an animated adaptation, and the copyright for it is currently held by Perlux Corp.
It's a super memorable comic. No way can I miss getting a copy while I'm here. I promise I won't be long. A couple of minutes, tops.
Looks like we got here on the early side. Since coming to this world, I still haven't had a chance to get a street-level view of the city. How about this? We'll meet up under the at the plaza gate in a few minutes.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Might as well take a look around then.
Dá uma olhada, né? Opa.
Absolutely insane. Did you see the post I shared?
Oi?
Hey, you hear the news? There was a supplicant battle at Graphia Academy.
Yeah, I saw it. The online forums are already blowing up.
O Twitch.
The supplicant called Sparksy. How terrifying! Actually using live streams to spread mimetic viruses. Eons, that's just evil! I can't believe the Department of Aberration Defense is letting someone that dangerous run loose!
Ai, meu Deus.
I heard her livestream got permabanned. Good thing that Nameless from the Astral Express acted so quickly.
I wonder what the next supplicant will do.
Hello there! Would you like to learn more about the Research Society of Happy's... Is the weight of work and stress in your life crushing you?
Oh,
Check out the
detetive
Research
veio.
Society of Happy Smiles.
So, this free?
Isso é de
Rest
graça.
assured, the only thing joining our Research Society will cost you is a bit of your precious time. We've set up a venue near Dovebrook, where we offer free psychological counseling and living assistance to all visitors. All our services are provided free of charge.
I had a friend who passed away, and he'd mentioned you before. He told me that if I ever ran into trouble, the kind people at the Research Society would help me.
Your friend passed away? How terribly sad. But the words he left you have illuminated your path in life.
He told me that if I joined the Research Society of Happy Smiles, I could get rid of my suffering forever and be eternally happy.
Amigo?
That true?
Of course it's true. Just look at the society we live in. Everyone's suspicious and dismissive of one another, and willing to take dangerous risks just for a little pleasure. For a thrill.
Peguei errado. Acho que
Did you
veio com
hear about how a streamer took over Graphia
Depois eu
Academy
arrumo
and was
quando acabar.
trying to spread a memetic virus through the internet? And over in Duffbrook, gang violence erupted and left a pile of corpses in its wake. Oh, may the Master of Elation save us all. The Research Society was founded with the sole purpose of healing humanity's incurable inner pain. Following Aha's creed, we aim to spread laughter across the mortal coil and eliminate all suffering.
Eliminar todo o quê? Como é que é?
Exactly what it says. As an eraser wipes away the doodles of a pencil, so too shall the pain be wiped away. Have either of you heard about the tragedy of the blood-stained games 15 years ago?
Ouvi falar sobre.
Why, of course you have. You're the Astral Express's superstar. You've even dug up everything there is to know about something that happened over a decade ago. There was an awful accident during the last Phantom Moon Games, and many people lost their loved ones and children. It was as if a hole that could never be filled had been drilled into their hearts, leaving only sorrow to accompany them for the rest of their lives. To escape their suffering, these people who had lost their loved ones gathered together and established a mutual support association. This was the Research Society of Happy Smiles' predecessor. It's now been well over a decade, and the Research Society continues to help more and more people emerge from the darkness in their lives and step into a brighter, happier future. Come to think of it, it would be most wonderful if a distinguished person like yourself were also interested in our Research Society. Should you find yourself with a moment to spare, please come and visit our Mutual Aid Society.
Tá.
Well, if it isn't the Astral Express's superstar. Of course it's you. Looks like we really were bound to run into each other.
E aí?
I'm here to do my job. Problem is, you've gone and messed up my investigation.
Foi mal, amigo. Desculpa.
Here I was, pretending to be a broke passerby to infiltrate this shady research society. You should have ignored me, but no, you acted like some approachable celebrity waltzing into a supermarket, hijacking my conversation with their recruiter. Yeah, with a star like you here, I can't even test the waters anymore. You must have heard about the Sinuish Syndicate killings in Duffbrook, right? The lead I'm following might be connected to this Research Society of Happy Smiles. But I'll stop there. Not like you're going to pay for my intel, and none of this is any of your business anyway.
Um conhecido meu morreu naquele incidente. Não que eu me importasse muito com ele, mas...
Based on your social circle, you wouldn't be talking about the poor IPC sap who was unlucky enough to be there, huh? Planning to avenge him?
Eu? De jeito nenhum.
A vingança nunca é plena. Mata a alma e a envenena.
Mas eu quero derrotar o Arauto da Morte.
Oh. So your next miracle
que o Scott fique bem morto e não volte, por favor. E obrigado.
Be careful. The murderer is the Herald of Death. He's dangerous.
Oh, thanks for your concern. Oh, be careful. Been a hot minute since anyone said that to me. Even so, it's my duty to solve the case. Doesn't matter if nobody pays me. I'll still find the killer and exact justice on the spot.
Por quê?
Because one of the victims happened to be someone I was on fairly good terms with. The fool. Revenge killings or turf wars. Wouldn't be unusual for gang members to die like that, but dying at the hands of some psycho who kills for kicks? That I can't accept. No matter where you are in the cosmos, which era, regardless of how civilization evolves, some rules will just never change. Like an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
Hey, guess which lucky girl just managed to snag the last copy in the whole store. Oh, who's this?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ashvale, the famous detective. You could say your friend and I are acquainted through past clashes.
Eu não conheço muito bem não, mas olha, na verdade não
We
foi
did have
assim.
a bit of a clash of opinions back at the tavern, did we not?
That's what you meant by clash? Fair enough.
First time I've ever heard anyone introduce themselves as a famous detective. Mr. Ashvale? Why are you staring at me? Is there something weird on my face?
Young lady, you're holding a copy of Fluffy Across the Blue, right? Would you mind giving it to me?
Você pode me entregar?
Well, give it to you! This was the last copy in the store, you know.
Oh, I see. Of course. I'm not asking you to give it away for free. I'll pay for it. The retail price is 300 credits. I can pay you 10 times sticker price.
Hey, mister, this isn't about the money.
Because it was the last one on the shelves. True. The last item in stock is like the final slice of cake on the plate. The last prey animal on the plains never fails to stir our urge to seize it before anyone else. So, 30,000 credits. How about that? That's my final offer. I'm not exactly rolling in money here.
Por que você tá querendo brigar com uma criança?
Truth is, I'm actually buying it for that foolish friend of mine. The one who died. Today is his farewell ceremony. I thought I'd buy him his favorite comic to pay my respects. He'd always be rambling on about some raccoon with a baseball bat, and how the journey of the Express would never end, that kind of stuff. I heard those stories so many times, it felt like my ears were gonna fall off. But after all that fuss, I completely missed the chance to buy it. Every store around here is sold out.
That's enough. My poor little heart can't handle sob stories like that. Here, Mr. Ashvale, take the comic.
Oh, thank you very much for the comic, young lady. Here's the 30,000 credits. Ooh, as promised. I heard you're the real-life inspirations for the characters. Since you're here, could I perhaps trouble you to sign it?
Unbelievable.
Não é possível. Então tá bom, né? Vou colocar o nome do personagem, vai.
Thank you both. If Kostad could see this from where he is now, I'm sure he'd be smiling down on us. As a token of my gratitude, I'd like to give you a friendly word of caution, kid. I know you plan to target the Herald of Death and cement your heroic image. However, all eyes will be on you during the Phantasmoon Games. On such a public stage, discretion would be wise. Because when the masses see your magnificent miracles and wield your extraordinary power, fear and jealousy could turn their wish power into wish you ill power at the drop of a hat.
Faz sentido.
Forgive the expression, but you get what I mean. So, whatever plans you might have for this Herald of Death, why not leave the whole messy affair of revenge to someone who couldn't care less about winning or losing? Just like this comic, I'm dead set on getting him.
Porque você é suplicante?
Objection!
Eu apontando pra ele.
Is he an acquaintance of yours?
He's just some weird detective who was passing by.
It's nearly time for Perlux Corp to pick us up. We should get going.
Well, we're here. So where are they? I don't see anyone in IPC uniform.
Será que estão atrasados? Ou a gente levou um bolo?
No way. They're professionals and they work for a huge company. There's no way they'd just bail without saying anything.
Greetings, crew of the Astral Express. It is my honor to escort you on your visit to headquarters.
Recepcionar a gente, que incrível.
Mechatron?
I am guard number 100086, created by Perlux Corp, a security specialist from the business division. My designated human name is Faerun, said to derive from an ancient language meaning iron. It's a pleasure to be of service.
Geralmente durante as minhas lives, quando eu preciso, sei lá, ir no banheiro, tomar uma água, eu deixo um aviso bem grande na tela, falando, já, tipo, volto já, sabe? Só que quando eu voltei e continuei a história, o negócio tava lá ligado, e como não tem como eu trocar isso porque já foi gravado, né, infelizmente esse aí foi o resultado final, mas foram só alguns segundos, então eu espero que vocês consigam ignorar isso.
Pessoal, peço desculpa aí, tá?
Por que o Mechatron? Metatron.
Esta é a caligrafia do Metatron.
16% of Perlux Corp's active workforce are Mechatrons. In specific business and security contexts, they outperform human staff in protective capability and offer a stronger sense of spectacle and visual appeal.
E apelo visual,
The
ok.
smiles on your faces and looks of surprise are the
Esqueci essa merda na tela de
highest
novo,
praise I
velho,
could ask
porra.
So,
Aconteceu a mesma coisa
what
numa
are
live
we
dos
waiting
Zezé,
for?
que merda.
Let's go.
According to the instructions given to me by Madame Pearl's secretary, there is still one more guest I need to pick up.
Mais alguém?
Oh, now, how did I not see this coming? Looks like we're going the same way after all.
It's you again.
Hey, Mechatron, what's the plan? Do we hop into your cockpit, or are you gonna give us all a piggyback while you fly over?
Your ride is ready. Please, take your seats, everyone.
Fala que é um carrão. Aqueles carros personalizados. Não acredito.
Whoa! Now that's what I call a custom paint job.
Estiloso, pelo menos.
Your ride isn't your run-of-the-mill business car, but a customized, made-to-order vehicle, used especially for receiving guests.
Sorry, this might come across as a bit insensitive, but I have to ask. Can Faerun actually fit in the driver's seat?
Você cabe?
Of course not. I'll be driving and monitoring this vehicle remotely. Please, take your seats.
Ah, o Popô robô, que bonitinho! Nossa, chegou no paraíso pro Welt. Meu Deus do céu.
That is astonishing.
Wow, that's one massive robot.
Ah, mas olha o design desse robô aqui, caraca.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the headquarters of the Perlux Corp.
Back when HIMEKO said this was an entertainment company, I knew their headquarters wouldn't be some ordinary old office building. But this is way too much. That giant robot statue? This place is totally like some supersized mecha hangar.
Ha! You're absolutely right. In accordance with the vision of our founder, our lobby was intentionally constructed, as you see it now, to realize dreams that far exceed what consumers imagine has always been Perlux Corp's core design philosophy, and we have never strayed from it.
Os caras botaram uma estátua. Caçador de estelar no meio do bagulho, velho. Não é possível.
Mechatron Warrior Series, the Daybreak Squadron's base of operations.
Isso, Welt, se solta. Seja mais alegre,
Looks
sei lá.
like Mr. Yang here is quite a fan of our company's animated works. Now, Madame Pearl would like to invite everyone from the Astral Express to take a tour before your official meeting begins. She has arranged for a member of our staff to accompany you, so please, wait here a moment.
I understand, Mr. Faerun. Thank you for escorting us all this way.
Well then, I'll take my leave. This way, Detective.
Oh. See you around, everyone.
Até mais.
Oh, really? Pearl wants us to look around here before the meeting? That seems kinda weird.
Could it be related to her proposed collaboration? Perhaps this is her way of introducing her other identity.
It's all good as long as we get a chance to look around. That works for me. Why don't we explore while we wait for our new guide?
Vamos comprar um robô aí, Welt. Vambora, dar um financiamento aí pra nós.
Quick, come on.
Cadê o... Looks like March's inner explorer has been awakened again. Let's not wander too far this time, shall we?
Aqui é a estátua do Sam, mano. Não é possível.
Mr. Yang, isn't this your favorite giant robot?
Robô gigante.
I saw it. Please, just keep it down. We're here as their guests. We should be careful about what sort of impression we leave. Looking more closely, it appears many of this Mechatron's components were never installed. Oh, what a shame. I was hoping to see it finished, to see the completed Mechatron. Imagine how it would look in motion. What a glorious sight that would be.
Really? In that case, Mr. Yang, let's hear it. Which one's stronger? This giant robot, or that ARAUTO you designed back when you were an animator?
Seeing as we're on someone else's property, comparing robots from different works would be most disrespectful to the creators themselves.
Ah, vai, fala. Sua opinião como fã.
ARAUTO is an animation all about robots, while Daybreak Squadron is a live-action hero drama. The two really cannot be compared.
Oh, what a stereotypically textbook mature answer.
My days of being a hot-headed young man are well behind me, so please, cut this mature old man some slack, would you? We don't usually come to a place this cool, so why don't the three of us take a photo under this massive Mechatron?
Now we're talking.
Essa voz do...
Let me set the self-timer, so we can all get in the shot together.
A voz do Welsh dá um pouco mais de personalidade pra ele, pelo menos, mas vamos lá, vai.
Oh, standing below a huge Mechatron like this is just incredible.
Looks like Mr. Yang's still young at heart after all.
Tá, acho que assim tá bom. Ai. Que isso aqui?
Poxa, é o Satanás!
Where did this extra person in the photo come from?
Ghost? But it's daytime, and there's way too many people here anyway.
A cara dessa coisa. E aí, fia, que isso é... Que horror. Tá atrapalhando a foto dos outros aí, não tô te entendendo.
Who are you?
Wow, this truly is a magnificent face. Oh, it's nothing like how it looks on the news. Being able to see it up close feels almost surreal.
Moça, eu tô envergonhado.
Am I
Dá
too
pra ter
close?
uma distância?
Sorry, my bad. I'm not great with personal space.
E mais um centímetro perto eu vou chamar a polícia.
Sorry. It's impossible not to stare at a face this amazing. You'll forgive me, right? Oh, right. I forgot to show you my ID.
Bonitona, hein?
Here we are. I'm Nihilux, and I work at Perlex Corp's Imagenesis Technology Department.
Ok, trabalho pra CPI.
So, what brings you here?
Madam Pearl sent me to the lobby to pick you up.
Ah, ela é a nossa guia, beleza.
All of you are famous super cosmic level heroes whose faces have been all over the news more times than I can count. So, of course, I recognized you right away and just couldn't help rushing over here to snap a selfie with you.
Gostei do visual dessa daí.
Don't mind.
I see. Then, hello, Miss Nihilux.
Hello, everyone. Starting now, I'll be your tour guide, taking you on a comprehensive and in-depth tour to every single must-visit place in this building. From the Mechatron Imagenesis that managed to pique Mr. Yang's interest, to Miss March's favorite fluffy across the blue merchandise, I'll reveal all the secrets behind our hottest products.
Seriously? I can't wait!
Of course I'm being serious. If there's anything you want to see, learn about, or even get your hands on along the way, anything at all, just let me know. Why don't we head to the gift shop first? I'll get you all some souvenirs.
Hey, wait. This isn't right. Isn't
Olha,
this
esse robô
pom-pom?
ficou insano o modelo desse negócio, tá?
Oh, wow! Oh, that's some really fine craftsmanship.
This is a toy model of Alloy King Pom Pom, which hasn't been officially released to the market yet. But just you wait. You'll see even cooler toys coming up later.
Are you sure there's no copyright issue with this thing?
Actually, this is Pom Pom from Fluffy Across the Blue, which is totally unrelated to the Pom Pom from Astral Express.
Eles são primos.
King Pom Pom and Pom Pom are different characters. You really shouldn't be making cross-franchise comparisons. Speaking of souvenirs for the Express, I bet nothing could be more perfect than this toy.
Ué, bugou a fala dela? Mas fica meio injusto se eu for a única dando presente aqui.
I have a small favor to ask. Would you mind taking a photo with me by that headless Mechatron statue over there? And maybe signing the photo too. I'd love to leave it as a memento for the staff at Perlux Corp. How's that sound? If you're willing, I can pull a few strings and use my access privileges to give you all the gold-plated prototype of the yet-to-be-released King Pom-Pom Alloy Armor 999, the only one in the entire universe. Just give it a thought.
Oxi, tá bom. Pompom dourado.
One-of-a-kind souvenir in the entire universe? Our conductor will definitely love it. It's all up to you.
Come on, let's go.
Uma escultura com o tema da corporação pra tirar... vamos tirar foto.
Man and Mechatron in perfect harmony. Ready to take a photo?
I'm ready.
Não, que foto incrível.
I love this one so much. I suddenly have the selfish urge to keep it all to myself.
And don't forget about that exclusive gift you promised.
You bet. In fact, I'll throw in a normal edition for each one of you as hush money. Come on, let's head to checkout.
How are you doing? It's my pleasure to serve you.
I'd like to present each of our 3 distinguished guests from the Astral Express with an Alloy King Pom-Pom toy model as a gift.
Sure, you got it. For the gift expense record, could you please provide your employee ID?
Please charge these expenses to this employee ID.
This is Madame Pearl's ID number.
O ID dela?
After all, you are esteemed guests invited by Madame Pearl herself. It would only be fitting for the gifts to be presented in her name.
I see. Please wait a moment. Your Alloy King Pom-Pom is all packed up. Would you like to take it with you, or shall we use our delivery service?
Since we still have the tour to go through, please just have it delivered to the Astral Express.
No problem. Hope you enjoy your visit here.
Now that the gifts are done, I'll take you to the
uma action figure do Pom-Pom.
Mechatron Design Lab.
Cara, se a Rui foi esperta, eles vão vender isso. Eles vão vender esse Pom-Pom de metal como uma figurinha por uma. Você é o quê?
No way! You were Mr. Raccoon! No, that's not right. You're from the Astral Express. Wow! And is Miss March Bunny herself here too?
Hi. I actually prefer to be called by my real name, March 7th. This is Mr. Yang.
How lucky to meet 3 members of the Express crew at once. I'm a huge fan of you all, especially my senior. I haven't missed a single episode of Fluffy Across the Blue.
Eu adoraria
I've even bought all the collector's editions.
Que a gente tivesse uma porcentagem nos lucros desse negócio do fofura azul através do céu, sei lá.
How could this guy say he likes you more than me to my face? Good thing I'm not that petty.
Don't worry, March. It's hard to tell if people in this world love the real Express crew or just the cute animal crew from the Fluffy.
I don't just follow the Fluffy series. I've been keeping tabs on all your adventures in Bellabog, the Cienjo, Penacony, and Emphorius. Though, it's such a shame there's so little video footage of the Emphorian War online. Right. I just rewatched the scene where the Trailblazer embarked on another trailblazing expedition in Holy Grail Stay Night.
Oi?
Your speech was so inspiring.
Esse negócio aqui de Santo Graal.
Right.
Acho que vai realmente rolar uma partida da colada, hein?
At home. If I'd have known I'd meet my senior today, I'd have brought... Could I ask for your autograph? If that's okay with you. Just sign my clothes, please. I'm never gonna watch this ever again.
Oh, you're acting exactly like me from 10 minutes ago, kid. Don't worry, he won't fly away just yet. As for you, you've been chattering away non-stop. How about giving us a proper introduction so that your idol gets to know you better?
Sorry, I got way too excited. I'm Warrior Cinderborn from Daybreak Squadron. And my real name... Well, my real name doesn't matter. Just call me Cinderborn.
É o quê?
If you're not in a hurry, would you mind chatting with me for a bit?
Cara, tô com um pouco de pressa sim. Deixa pra próxima.
Sorry for taking up your precious time with all this chit-chat. If the crew hasn't visited the combat testing area yet, I'd like to volunteer myself as my senior's opponent for the test. If that's all right with you.
Tá.
The hero of the Astral Express gracing us with guidance and leaving some data would surely make the staff here very happy.
Oh, what perfect timing! The combat testing area is also part of today's tour.
That's the way to fame for ya. Don't let down those kids who look up to you.
Honestly, that's my weakness. I can't allow myself to let adorable kids down.
First, have everyone take part in the assembly process for the Mechatron in the control room. Then, using this Mechatron as a template, we'll build a smaller unit for him so he can try out the combat test program. This is Parallax Corp's Mechatron Imagenesis Design Lab. 15 years ago, the first Mechatrons of Planarcadia were born here, and they immediately gained widespread social influence upon their debut. Today, Mechatrons have become the most common and iconic symbol throughout the streets. You could say that Mechatrons are the first and currently only Imagine that can be mass-produced on assembly lines.
Planarcadia realmente precisa de tanto robô assim?
Imagine, such as Mechatrons, which can be produced and discontinued at will, are the perfect residents for Planarcadia, and perhaps the perfect IPC employees too. In some people's eyes, being able to create an infinite army of Mechatrons would be even better. Say, dear guests, do you know what the first step is to creating an Imagine in Planarcadia?
A cara da Márcia que tá super interessada na conversa. Qual é o primeiro passo para criar um Imaginar em Planarcadia? É fazer um pedido pro Arra, sei lá?
Sorry, but they're out of the service area right now. Actually, it's about drawing the physical form. Drawing the physical form means humans using brushes to give shape to fictional beings, which was originally the domain of professional artists. But here, collective creation and standardized Mechatron blueprints have replaced traditional artwork, improving standardized workflow efficiency and reducing wish power resource waste. In short, this is the industrial revolution everyone's been chasing.
To think that even Imagenesis, a skill as magical as this, could be industrialized. I'm suddenly starting to admire the IPC.
That's nothing. Our company aims to create 2 billion Mechatrons for social production and public services before Arcadian calendar 2030. And that includes special combat Mechatrons like the Daybreak Squadron.
That's a staggering number. But can the wish power of the people here really sustain so many Imagine?
That's why Parallax Corp keeps churning out animations and hero shows one after another. In other places, these are just entertainment. But here, they're legit breeding grounds for spiritual energy. All of this shall serve Madame Pearl's grand goals and ideals. All right, back to square one. First step, let's go print the Mechatron structure blueprint.
Eu vou criar um robô? Opa!
Please adjust the Mechatron design parameters according to your needs.
Acho que é esse aqui.
Mechatron assembly blueprint updated. Processing. Printing.
Enquanto você espera o projeto, você cai na real de repente. Isso é só um teste.
Could it be that no matter how much I adjust it, the final printout always comes out exactly the same?
Your suspicion makes sense. But please answer my question first. Which do you prefer? The sense of achievement that comes from hard work, or the convenience of getting things done easily?
Acho que é a sensação de realização, né?
You got that right. The fully automated Imagenesis blueprint design system perfectly matches your needs. You can meticulously adjust every parameter, or just hit one button to skip it all, and the automated system will always produce results that meet the standards. Amazing, right? Just like how the inventors on planet Skrullum used to ask themselves, if all their inventions were already pre-recorded in the Supreme Punch Tape, what's the point of inventing in the first place?
Printing complete. Please retrieve your blueprint.
What you just said is the answer. It's not about the results of creation, but the elation we experience in the process.
Oh, hello. But please, show me your Mechatron assembly blueprint.
Toma.
No problem. The blueprint has been recorded. The Mechatron parts are ready to go. Hope you enjoy the experience.
Você não quer vir, não? Senhor Yang.
No. March and I will just watch you play from the side.
Now then, please follow my guidance to complete the Mechatron assembly. This experience mainly involves assembling 3 parts: the arm, the shoulder armor, and the Daybreak blade on the back of the Mechatron. Go for it, little raccoon! Assemble the Magico Mechatron Daybreak Warriors and save our city!
All right, everyone. I'm heading out.
E de novo tivemos mais um daquele minigame longo pra caramba que é esse troço do Mario 2D, mas assim, eu só queria deixar claro que por mais que a Nihilux por enquanto está sendo um personagem muito legal e interessante, visualmente falando ela é bonita pra caramba, porra, essa personagem não cala a boca, velho. Foi praticamente o minigame inteiro na Hilux só falando de fundo e a gente, nossa senhora, velho, chega, fia.
I merged with the Mechatron? Where am I now?
Ah, esse bicho de novo.
It's the combat testing sandbox.
Não é possível, esse dinossauro tá em tudo quanto é lugar.
Those dazzling colors are like an express train traversing through the stars. Enhanced full body armor, a steadfast shield. What a powerful strike! That's our hero, Little Raccoon. This strike carries the hopes of all citizens. Yeah!
Ai, pra mim reto.
Our hero got blocked by an illegal building!
Toma.
City, what are you doing? No choice left. Smash it to pieces, hero! Just focus. Duo-Mention City has made it.
Mano, essa mulher não para de falar, velho. Pelo amor de Deus, mano. Moça, eu acho você legal pra caramba, mas cala a boca, por favor.
The monsters that were hiding here seem to have been reduced to nothing.
Mano, eu não consigo ouvir meus próprios pensamentos, velho. Só fica blá 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 toda hora.
Cala a boca!
This is Daybreak Squadron's Mechatron. Pretty cool, huh?
Although the giant shadow crisis in Duo-Mention City has been dispelled, the real battle for you and the Daybreak Squadron is only just beginning. As the old and new generations of superheroes, you will face off here to determine the victor!
Forged by raging fire, burn away the darkness, the star that sets the world ablaze! Blaze Weaver! Slice through the skies!
Não, é os Power Rangers.
Depois de 1000 anos voaram para a Terra!
Alpha, junte 5 jovens com atitude. Alpha, esse foi o melhor que você encontrou. Vai pra que te pariu!
This is an official challenge from the Daybreak Squadron, great hero of the Astral Express. If we defeat you, we hope you'll accept our invitation to become the honorary Phantom 5th member of the Daybreak Squadron and help us safeguard the peace of Planarcadia.
É, foi mal, mas...
Ha! I admire your competence.
Não posso aceitar, foi mal.
Hey, Greg, didn't you have something to tell your hero?
Vou ter que passar por cima de vocês.
My friend, you know what? Every time I transform into a Mechatron, I imagine I'm you. I think about what you would do when facing danger. It is your adventure stories that give me strength.
Tá.
So I'll give it my all from now on. Please don't hold back.
Let the two of us see what you're made of.
Come on, one and only Trailblazer.
Ah, eu tô lutando com o robô mesmo, era isso que eu queria. Tá, aprimoramento, é?
It's your turn.
Boss, Greg, I'll leave the rest to you.
The honor is mine to cross blades with you.
As heroes, we'll never back down.
This strike contains all my respect. Bring it on!
What? Even the invincible little raccoon is reaching his limit? Listen, those are the people's wishes. Power converging as one. That is limitless possibility!
Everyone's wishes. I've received them all.
Opa! Ok.
Esses robôs são foda, irmão.
Legal, legal.
You really got into character. That was some great acting.
Were we just fighting in a film studio?
Don't tell me you actually thought you were fighting them in a real city. That ain't gonna happen. Madame Pearl's insurance fund would collapse. It doesn't matter if it was a real fight or a fake one. What matters is your experience.
Eu achei bem divertido.
Did you have fun? The user gave us a 5-star review. Thank you for your kind feedback. Your satisfaction and approval are our greatest motivators. Looks like the Daybreak Squadron is waiting for you. You gave them quite a combat lesson, it appears. Why don't you go share a few words with those youngsters?
Os Power Rangers. Fala, meu...
As expected of my
Vocês são
senior.
os meus heróis da infância.
Awesome.
Caraca, mané. Nossa, eu tô lembrando aqui, moleque, quando eu era criança.
My life is now complete.
Before joining Daybreak Squadron, Gray had always been your fan.
That kid knows every story about the Astral Express like the back of his hand. And he's always looked up to you as his role model. Even as his leader, I'm nowhere near as important to him as you are. Huh, what an amazing battle! Well, more than beating you, we were hoping Gray would leave a lasting impression on you. After all, being remembered by their idol is the highest form of praise for a fan, isn't it?
O time de vocês é bom, lutaram bem.
Oh, you bet. Besides my
sincronia,
senior,
eu acho.
my teammates in the Daybreak Squadron are the ones I trust the most.
It's a shame, though. If he could really become the 5th member of our team, our recognition would rise even further. After all, many people still think we're...
That's only because we haven't done anything truly heroic yet.
Don't worry. Given the state of Duomension City, a mind-blowing crisis is bound to happen sooner or later. And that's when we'll get our chance to shine! Ha-ha! Yeah, just yesterday, I rescued 5 people from a gas explosion. Hope they recover soon. And spread the word about how awesome Daybreak Squadron is!
There you go again, casually saying the strangest things. Like the Astral Express. We don't need to act to prove something so long as we stay true to our own path. Sooner or later, Daybreak Squadron will be recognized by everyone.
Esse maluco cinza que sabe o que tá falando.
Silly you! Is the Astral Express all you ever think about? Why don't you just go join the Express as one of the Nameless?
Come on. Don't make fun of me. I'm still just a rookie. How could I possibly be worthy of boarding the Express and fighting alongside seasoned veterans?
Desde que você... Aí, ó.
Anyone who perseveres in their own life is a hero indeed.
Thanks for your guidance, Trailblazer. And lastly, I wonder if you could take a picture with the rest of us.
Trailblazer, please, take a photo together with us!
Você falou com uma empolgação, né? Não sei o que, não sei o que.
That my heart's beating like crazy.
É muito engraçado.
3, 2, 1.
Yo, Power Rangers.
Darkness wanes and dawn awakens. The Daybreak Squadron arises.
Time's about up. We should meet with Madame Pearl now. Oh, right. Want to say goodbye to your big fan before we go?
Senior?
Está legal?
Me? I'm fine. Totally fine. It was no surprise that you took us down without breaking a sweat. It's me. I'm just too weak. I'm always hesitant, whether in combat or dealing with life. Even though I know I can never become an amazing hero like you, I've always been trying my best. to get closer to being like you. It's a bit embarrassing to admit, but no one ever taught me the principles of how to live and behave growing up. I dropped out of high school pretty early and started hanging out with street gangs. Every time I threw a punch to intimidate someone, I thought I was being a hero. But when I saw how scared those people were, I had this nagging feeling that maybe I was doing something wrong. Later, when I read about the Astral Express story online and learned about your legendary deeds, I finally understood what it meant to be a true hero. Looking back at how immature and awful I was, I made up my mind to leave my old organization. Now I too have a chance to become a hero like you. Together, with my brothers and sisters in the Daybreak Squadron, I can bring happy smiles to the residents of Planarcadia and protect them. But
Ai, cortei, foi mal.
Just too weak. I don't have the immense strength like the Express Nameless. I don't even have any special talents.
A força bruta não é o forte dos inomados.
Silly you. There are plenty of powerful ones in this cosmos, but not everyone with strength chooses to become a nameless. Your desire to fight for those around you, and your wish to bring smiles to others, that's a good place to start.
Thank you, Trailblazer. Thanks for listening to my ramblings.
Parece que eu tô falando coisa bonita, hein?
Could you please sign that famous line?
É que nesta jornada possamos chegar até as estrelas.
That one's not bad either.
Yeah. It was the stars that first set the nameless on
Essa
their
também
journey.
serve.
And now I can see that same starlight in your eyes.
I'll remember today for the rest of my life. Goodbye, Trailblazer. I hope by the next time we meet, I'll be a true hero just like you.
Vamos lá, moça. Quero
That
ver logo a
about
peça.
wraps
Tá
up
só me
today's
enrolando.
tour. After seeing everything, what do you think?
A influência da corporação é realmente de outro nível.
Indeed, rather than the power to rule this world directly, that individual draws even greater strength from Parallax. The stories and dreams spun by this enterprise are capable of steering the future of Planarcadia and of serving as the cradle for new imaginae. Madame Pearl is waiting for you at the top of this building to discuss matters regarding the Phantasmoon Games. Let me give you a little reminder. The rules of Phantasmoon Games have never required any competition between supplicants.
O que você quer dizer com isso?
As an IPC employee, I've said far too much. Your friends are waiting for you in the hall. You should go meet up with them. Don't keep them waiting too long.
Mr. Yang and I watched the whole thing on the screen. Not only did you assemble the Mechatron and give autographs to your fan, but you also got to live out your superhero fantasy. Did you have fun?
Lógico que eu me diverti.
Mr. Yang's looking at you with such loving eyes, like a parent watching a kid riding on a carousel at an amusement park.
Indeed. Seeing him so happy reminds me of my younger self. Those were the days.
What are you talking about? Mr. Yang, you're still as young as ever. Oh, right. We've been wandering around here for ages and seen everything there is to see. What's this Madame Pearl really up to?
I understand everything she wanted to show us. There are just a few questions I'd like to confirm with Miss Nyalux.
Miss Nyalux?
Sumiu.
Wait, where did she go?
Ah, there you all are. We've been looking everywhere for you. The Secretary's office sent Agent Feld here to keep you company while you wait. But he said he couldn't find any of you.
Oi?
Wait, if Mr. Feld is the one who's supposed to meet
esse era o maluco que era pra ser
us,
meu
then who
guia.
is Miss Nyalux?
Miss Nyalux? Who?
Mais uma que passou a perna em mim como guia.
Agent Nyalux.
Não é possível.
Para com isso. IPC ranking P30, who works at Parallax
Primeiro
Corp's
foi
Imagenesis
Sparkle, agora
Technology
ela.
Department.
P30? Imagenesis Technology Department? Since when did Perlux Corp have an Imagenesis Technology Department?
Could she be some kind of corporate spy who snuck into the building? Oh, this is a real mess. What are those security guards even doing? Distinguished guests, are you hurt? Or did she trick you into giving her money or anything like that?
Olha, na verdade, foi de boa.
This lady seemed totally legit. She smoothly guided us around the place like a pro. I thought she was one of your people.
I need to report this to security right away. She can't have gone far. Let's catch her in the act.
Thank you for your help. Astral Express crew, Madame Pearl has been waiting for quite some time.
E eu tava certo, aquela mulher só tava me enrolando
Shall
mesmo.
we head out now?
Pearl demonstrated the full process of creating a Mechatron army, based on what I saw.
Eita. Bonito, bonito.
Hello, guests from the Astral Express.
Hey,
nice to
moça.
see you again.
Thank you for your gracious hospitality, Madame Pearl.
Moça, a gente achou alguém que passou a perna na gente.
I understand there was a minor incident in the lower lobby involving someone impersonating a Perlux employee. I hope it didn't spoil your enjoyment.
We're fine. Don't worry about us. But how are things with you? Did you lose any valuable tech? Blueprints? Or top secret information?
No. Perlux's data firewall remains untouched, and all assets under security network surveillance are intact. The only change is an additional expense claim under my employee ID. Never mind. I can make a preliminary assessment that this was the result of someone's momentary impulse.
Então a gente não vai receber a estátua, mas...
mishaps have been piling up, like dark clouds before a downpour, casting shadows of uncertainty over my plans.
Could you be referring to the Herald of Death?
33 citizens were found dead in the Dovebrook district. In addition, an IPC specialist assigned to negotiate the purchase of a Mask of Elation died in an unexpected incident. This party has made overt threats to public order and is clearly challenging the IPC. My intuition tells me this is only the beginning. Managing capital and managing a corporation share one thing in common. That is, an aversion to risk and a pursuit of stability. And I bear both responsibilities. As the executive officer of Planarcadia, I bear an inescapable responsibility for the safety of this world. As one of the 10 Stonehearts, I hope to bring the Phantom Moon Games to a swift and safe conclusion. Rather than staging another dangerous battle, like what happened at Graphia Academy, I hope the supplicants can show the people of this world miracles of joy and happiness, instead of sorrow and rage during the Phantom Moon Games. Therefore, I'd like to hear the Express's request. Trailblazer, please, tell me. What's your ultimate goal for joining the Phantom Moon Games?
Olha, eu diria que a gente vai usar esse negócio aí dos jogos da Lua Fantasma para trazer um Foreus à vida. Seria loucura dizer que...
earlier that you wanted to talk about the Phantom Moon Games with me?
Será que é esse o nosso objetivo?
I'd like to talk about our ultimate goal for participating in the Phantom Moon Games.
Huh. Got something in mind?
I think the rules and rewards for the Phantom Moon Games are a little too vague.
That's exactly what I thought when I joined the games 15 years ago. These games allow supplicants to do anything, good or evil. As a result, everything that unfolds in the course of these games exists beyond control. What's more vague is what can winners do when they share the power of the elation. According to legends and historical records from Ahatopia, victors typically first witness the manifestation of AHA themselves. They listen to the victor's wishes and grant them permission to use their power. And the applications of this power seem to be boundlessly vast. When faced with countless choices, the situation becomes even more thorny than having no choice at all. Sometimes I wonder, if we had agreed to become the leader of the Anti-Destruction Alliance, how would this trip have turned out?
Eu espero que o AHA assuma a liderança.
If I win, I'll give up sharing AHA's power and ask them to be the leader of the Anti-Destruction Alliance.
That's such a hilarious idea. I can totally picture it.
Tá falando sério?
I get it. That's actually a brilliant idea. To begin with, this is far more meaningful than taking up a god's authority and squandering it freely for a single minute. Secondly, placing an Aeon on the righteous cause of opposing the universe's greatest threat is something neither the IPC nor the god itself could reasonably object to. Finally, this would also help us avoid the risk we currently face. Cooperating with the IPC while remaining wary of being drawn into its ambitions during the operation of the Anti-Destruction
Vamos chegar no AHA
Alliance.
e falar, meu mano, assume esse BO aqui e se vira.
If we handle the negotiations well, perhaps AHA could stand behind the Astral Express. Just like our cooperation with the Xianzhou, where we could maintain distance from one another while offering support from afar. The only question is, will AHA agree?
Don't worry about that. From what I know about them, they'll agree.
Vai?
What kind of god of games would they be if they broke their own rules? Besides, they still owe the Express a debt.
Oh, tem uma dívida com a gente?
This is their IOU for the Express debt from when they were traveling with Akavili, complete with their signature and seal.
Opa, declaração. Só pra tirar com a cara de vocês, eu, em várias ocasiões durante a minha viagem a bordo do Expresso, roubei e vandalizei um bando de propriedades públicas, causando assim perdas financeiras irreparáveis pro Expresso. Ah, cara, a lista de reparações, dívida em nome do AHA. Esse garrancho de assinatura parece muito suspeito, não importa quando você olha pra ele. Ok.
Passenger, use this to blackmail them. That one will definitely give in to your demands. Probably.
Nem o popó.
So, you're saying you want AHA to take on the leadership of the Anti-Destruction Alliance?
Ok, acho que entre mandar o AHA fazer o trabalho sujo pela gente ou fazer um Forest de volta à vida são duas propostas interessantes.
Logical extrapolation. Failed. Success rate indeterminable. This peculiar proposal nearly brought my thought process to
É
a
uma
halt.
loucura muito grande isso que a
This
gente quer
request
fazer.
is far too lacking in structure. Yet within an irrational context, it seems to conceal a certain kind of logic. If the universe is the master of Elation's playground, then they should do something about this playground that's about to be destroyed. As expected of the Trailblazer, your thinking is so out of the box. I've learned something today. However, I don't think you stand much of a chance in the games, because I've joined as a supplicant.
Então você vai ser a chefe final?
Not a single rule in the Phantasmoon games requires supplicants to engage in combat, so there's no need for hostility between us.
A Planarcadia's administrator is
Oxi.
a supplicant?
At the same time, she has at her disposal assets of staggering magnitude. What, Perlux Corp among them.
Aw, with money and power on her side, wouldn't her chances of success be way higher than ours?
As I previously proposed to Miss HIMEKO, I'm willing to cooperate with the Astral Express to ensure the smooth progression of the Phantasmoon games.
But the Astral Express isn't your only partner, is it?
I have 2 other allies. However, you all are my most promising ones. Once the Astral Express joins, it will maximize the safety and success of this Ionic game, and I will do everything in my power to fulfill my partner's wishes within that limited minute.
Ela tá aqui pra recrutar, gente. É isso.
As we told you before, our strategy is to become a sail, advance and retreat together. The Astral Express is not a lone supplicant, since we have our own allies in the games.
An ally like Sparksy? It's true that you defeated her and took her mask. But given her typical decision-making style, Sparksy isn't exactly what you'd call a reliable ally.
Ela não, né? Mas, bom, além da máscara dela, eu também tenho outra.
Hypothesis. The Sinwish Syndicate's missing mask. I thought it fell into the Xianzhou's hands. Don't tell me. Yao Guang gave it to you guys?
That's right. 3 against 3. We're tied at the moment.
With this new variable in play, I'll have to adjust my extrapolations. But the conclusion seems unchanged. After all, as the administrator of this world, I have the natural advantage in resources.
Isso não é necessariamente uma vantagem.
An IPC senior executive, Planarcadia's administrator, a member of the 10 Stonehearts, joining the games personally. It certainly has an intimidating ring to it.
Ela tendo tanta influência e poder para pegar para participar dos jogos assim. Querendo ou não, todo esse trabalho que ela tem, como da CPI, dos 10 corações, pode acabar se voltando contra ela.
He's right. Your identity is far too sensitive. You want to control these games and end it safely and quickly. But Planarcadia's citizens might not see it this way. All they see is the all-powerful IPC and an influential executive pulling all the strings. Your every action will be scrutinized twice over.
Ninguém quer ver a CPI ganhar, sem ofensa.
A sharp observation, I must say. Quite impressive.
Ela pode usar alguém para ser um bode expiatório.
But I do not
Não
believe you
necessariamente
yourself would
a
overlook
própria Pearl
this.
precisa participar.
Madam Pearl, what is it that you seek to obtain from the Phantasmoon games at any cost?
What I seek is a treasure lost to this world's history. I want to recreate Graphia's divine art of imagenesis.
Eita.
Does that have something to do with painting?
Hard to believe, no? My birth originated from the theme assigned by the celestial differentiator of planet Scrulum. Art. At first, I was nothing more than a machine that imitated human paintings. For an Intellitron, generating works of art is no great challenge. Day after day, I studied. Day after day, I exhausted every possibility. I could instantly analyze the proportional structure and pigment composition of any painting. I could precisely reproduce every pixel of Graphia's masterpieces. Yet I could not create as she did. Graphia's ultimate creation was establishing the world in canvas at the end of the Phantasmoon games. I want to understand her thoughts at that
Basicamente, ela quer
moment
deixar de ser só algo que copia coisas aqui e ali e quer começar a criar as próprias artes
Is this
dela.
your personal pursuit? Or the IPC's demands on this world?
Both. The IPC's point of view is far more pragmatic. The world in canvas is a dimension that can shield us from the Antimatter Legion's warfare. And they've always been eager to master this technology.
Unfortunately, it seems we can't convince each other to back out for now.
Then, I have another proposal. Why don't we shift our perspective and turn our attention to those 2 supplicants who haven't surfaced yet? These 2 individuals' objectives are unclear, and their abilities remain a mystery. If left unchecked, we might see a repeat of the Herald of Death tragedy. I have a cooperation proposal that could help us gather intelligence on them, and I'm willing to share this piece of information with you all.
Beleza. Vai cobrar alguma coisa por isso?
A tiny sliver of your reputation. Before we move on to the details of our cooperation, Would you like to take a short break and have some tea to wet your whistles? Or shall we continue?
Vamos continuar.
I was thinking of having Perlux Corp host an expo for the Astral Express. As for the name...
Desbrava Friends.
How about Star Rail Fest?
Star Rail Fest?
É o nome
You
na
mean
dublagem
hosting
Star Rail
a Fluffy
Fest.
Across the Blue convention?
Correct, but not entirely. The Fluffy is well known in this world, so it's a good collaboration element. But what I want is an unprecedented Astral Express exhibition, with the Fluffy being just a small part of it. The real stars of this grand event will be you, the Express crew. You'll be there in person to meet the people of this world.
Are you trying to use this exhibition to lure those two unidentified supplicants out of hiding?
Huh? What if they're up to no good? Won't that just make us walking targets?
E o que a gente ganha com isso?
What could be more inspiring to the people of a world than standing face to face with heroes of the cosmos? That's an enormous amount of wish power. And the Astral Express is the very source from which this wish power originates. Together, we can create a miracle for all to witness in Arcadia devoted to the legends of heroes. I'll also get Full Wish TV and other mainstream media outlets involved for promotional cooperation. And in return, wish power will flow to you.
Tá, você só tá falando coisa que vai beneficiar você e o planeta, mas e eu, ué?
A wise choice. Before the Star Rail Fest officially begins, I have one more favor to ask of you all. I'd like the Express crew to pay a visit to Blurry QR Colt, the original author of Fluffy Across the Blue.
Que pseudônimo estranho.
Doesn't Perlux own the rights to the Fluffy?
Since their debut, this author has remained anonymous.
Quer ver que aquela mulher lá
na Hilux. But if the real-life inspiration behind the story were to pay them a personal visit, it would surely be a great honor, and likely persuade them to attend a signing, stoking the excitement even further.
Deixa com a gente.
Now that we've reached an agreement, I'll leave it in your capable hands. My secretary will be in touch to keep all parties apprised. By the way, before you leave, please accept this small gift as a memento of our first collaboration.
Momento do Aventurini. A ficha dele, né, no caso.
I've studied in detail the records of my colleagues' interactions with partners in Penacony, and I was particularly inspired by Aventurine's technique of giving small gifts that symbolize good fortune.
Toma.
So please, keep this chip with you as a symbol of good fortune for our future cooperation. Take care, everyone.
Tá nem aí essa mulher.
We'll be on our way then.
As your private detective, I must warn you that a grand exhibition of unprecedented scale would make for a perfect opportunity to reenact the blood-stained games.
I understand. That's why I have a mission for you. Protect the Nameless at Star Rail Fest.
You actually think they would need my protection with their strength? Don't tell me your extrapolations predict even bigger trouble ahead.
Hidden beneath each extrapolation, tiny signals of unease keep bubbling up to my thought interface. I must be thoroughly prepared for whatever may come. Now that you've taken up the mask, let's talk about payment. What do you want? The same as always? Money?
Before we talk about payment, let's discuss the Herald of Death. Although the Department of Aberration Defense sealed and destroyed all records of the blood-stained games, I still managed to uncover some unusual leads. After the Herald of Death incident, the victims' families collectively received compensation so massive it could fill any gaping wound. So, I figured, maybe we could find some leads by looking into official Planarcadia expenditures. But here's the interesting part. This item was nowhere to be found in that year's public financial report. Care to guess whose books this money went through? It was you, the omnipresent IPC. To be precise, it was the IPC's technology department that paid this astronomical compensation.
Ok, acho que essa versão tá com uns bugs de dublagem aqui e ali, mas por que uma morte em algum planeta de fronteira sem importância faria os cientistas da CPI gastarem tanto dinheiro? Não me diga que além de todas as suas pesquisas, agora vocês também estão fazendo caridade?
Following the usual human drama tropes, am I supposed to give you a round of applause now? Being able to dig up all this information really shows your connections and capabilities, Detective Ashvale.
In movies, a big shot like you would usually raise a hand right about now, revealing the dark muzzle of a gun. I'm afraid you've learned too much. And bang! That's when the gun goes off. And I, the poor sap who uncovered the truth, am supposed to bite the dust.
Sorry, my hand is on the checkbook and unavailable. Mr. Ashvale, tell me, how many zeros would you like to see on that check for our cooperation?
It's not about the money.
Indeed, money isn't the issue. 100 million credits.
Are you trying to buy me off like some poor victim's family? Tell me, why did the technology department pay to sweep this under the rug?
300 million?
Meu Deus.
I know you've always needed money. For cryosleep, supporting the families of fallen comrades, and for treating those who survived. Isn't this exactly what strategic investment is about? Putting money in the hands of those who need it.
Coisa, véio. Caraca.
I'm not your lackey, Intellitron. Tell me the answer.
500 million? I could pretend there's a glitch in my calculation process and make it a cool billion for you. Money or answer? Your call.
I want the answer.
Oh. An unexpected choice. It defies my usual understanding of your decision tree. Note, I say this without sarcasm or ridicule. The answer is, I don't know much. Hard to believe, perhaps. But as CEO, my power isn't unlimited. Besides, the Herald of Death affair lies 15 years in the past. This world is like an unfinished game of chess that's been dragging on for years. The hidden moves laid by the previous player keep becoming my challenges. Even today.
But since you've invited me to finish this game together, sharing intel is a must.
Reasonable. I'll share what I know about the answer. Marcus Antali, the Herald of Death. Last member of the Intelligentsia Guild, School of Evolutionary Perfection. 5 years ago, his identity was confirmed, and he was executed.
Executado em todos os sentidos da palavra.
Executed, in every sense of the word. Miss Yabali, head of the technology department, took possession of his belongings. And even I don't have the clearance to access those records.
No wonder. So, that guy was practically IPC personnel. Give or take. That also explains why the technology department shelled out the compensation. Yet, the method behind this latest killing is
A serial killer coming back from the dead is the least of our worries. Even if a serial killer does come back to life, he's still just a serial killer who's been shut out of the Ionic game. What's more concerning is this. Someone wants to exploit the legacy of the Herald of Death. Miss Yabali took away everything that man left behind, except for the fear he instilled in the people of this world. And during the Phantasmoon Games, not only can miracles trigger wish power, but fear too. Based on my extrapolations, the appearance of this new Herald of Death might mark the beginning of the festival spiraling out of control.
No wonder you're in such a hurry to end the games.
Mr. Ashvale, I've always respected you. But right now, I need to rely on your strength even more.
Respect. When I was younger, what I really wanted was to make the IPC fear me. The passage at time's not exactly kind, is it? Deal, Madam Pearl. But I will require one more form of compensation. Whoever this new Herald of Death is, I must deliver justice with my own hands. This time, there won't be any lengthy interrogation.
By the authority vested in me as CEO of Planarcadia, I pardon all crimes committed in the course of your revenge. Go ahead and do what you must, Mr. Ashvale.
Ok, a mulher deu permissão pra matar o cara, basicamente. Ok, agora ponto de vista do Ashvale. Algum tempo depois, em algum lugar na cidade.
My friend, I don't blame you, but I'm done being a breathing dead weight. So do me a favor and pay me back for that drink with this bullet.
Just do it, you coward! Let me die as a Galaxy Ranger before I turn into a monster of abundance.
Bruna, shoot me. I beg you.
My Skybo above. May you have a pleasant dream.
Not knowing who you are, not knowing why you exist here, that isn't life. In ancient times, humanity's daily goal was to obtain 2,000 calories of food. Humans back then knew they were just one member of the animal kingdom. They understood why they migrated, hunted, gathered. But now, in an era where you can get food delivered to your door with just a tap of your finger, effortlessly achieving that 2,000 calorie goal, humanity has lost its way like never before. Tell me, will the Phantasmoon Games bring a new direction to this world, Ashvale?
What's wrong with getting food with just the tap of your finger? Don't tell me you want to go back to the days when everyone was starving and at the mercy of the harvest? 2,000 calories are pointless, but just for survival. It's the goals beyond 2,000 calories that define humanity. And the Phantasmoon Games holds up a mirror to humanity, allowing them to see their truest selves. I'm just a detective. Ask me such a profound question again next time, and I'll charge extra.
My apologies. I just heard you joined the Phantasmoon Games and couldn't resist asking for your thoughts. You've met Madame Pearl, huh?
She dumped this hot potato of the Herald of Death on me.
On us. Judging by your expression, it seems less like a hot potato and more like a sweet fruit.
Because I have a lead now. I think the key lies in the word copycat. To prevent copycats, you kept the Herald of Death's modus operandi from 15 years ago under wraps. Which means...
There's only a few people who could reproduce this killing method with such precision. The investigators from the Security Bureau and the Department of Aberration Defense at the time, and those directly involved in the Herald of Death case.
Detective Kuchiba, I've heard that you've devoted considerable time to researching the crimes from the Phantasmoon Games.
So, I'm the prime suspect now. Is that it?
Just a bit of minor deduction. After all, murderers always love to return to the scene of the crime. Isn't it coincidental that you happen to be standing right before my eyes?
That's not deduction. It's a conjecture at best. As for investigating those two categories of suspects, we've been doing that for a long time already. It's been 15 years. The relevant people and the victims' families have all gone their separate ways. Tracking them down now won't be easy.
Yeah. After losing their loved ones in such a cruel way, their hearts were shattered. Many couldn't bear to stay in Dovebrook District and chose to move away. I remember seeing that in the case files you sent me. They even formed a mutual aid society for the victims.
I wonder, after all these years, have they managed to heal the wounds in their hearts?
Maybe they have. After all, they go by a new name now. The Research Society of Happy Smiles.
Ah, you mean that charity with the slogan, Healing Smiles, Healing Arcadias?
Before he died, Kostad mentioned that group to me. He said quite a few young people in the gang left without looking back, just to join them. So I thought, maybe we should start by looking into their rivals.
The Research Society of Happy Smiles, huh? A charity that helps people escape their pain and find happiness, offering free counseling, medical care, all of that good stuff. Sounds like they've turned over a new leaf. How could you call them rivals to the underworld?
I dug a little deeper into them, and found something interesting.
You mean your monkey dug up something interesting, right?
Okay. Mr. N dug up something interesting. Have you heard the name of the sponsor behind the Research Society? Her name's Full Wish.
Bem desejo.
That name rings a bell. Wait, isn't she the boss of Full Wish TV? I think she was one of the survivors of Graphia Academy too. This is getting a little too coincidental. Just like every case you've accidentally cracked before. Mr. Ashvale, should I compliment your keen instincts or your incredible luck?
Luck's a part of a detective's toolkit too. Anyway, whether Full Wish is guilty or not, we won't know until we look into her. That's why I asked you here.
Projeto de vida nova no distrito. Anúncio de seminário de ajuda. Bom desejo também vai aparecer em breve. Juntos vamos espantar. Acho que deve ser tipo um TikTok. Deve ser tipo uma propaganda falando que a mulher vai aparecer e tal.
Dovebrook District New Life Project. Public recruitment and mental healing seminar at the Research Society of Happy Smiles. And she's the speaker? Holding a seminar at a place meant to bury past trauma. The very site of 2 bloody incidents. Miss Fullwish's audacity is certainly impossible to ignore.
So what are we waiting for? It's time to drag Dovebrook District's old skeletons out into the light.
Aha, are you talking? Yeah, I'm almost there.
Bastante gente aqui.
I want more happiness.
This place is buzzing. Are they all here waiting for Full Wish to grant their wishes?
A rich person like Full Wish can make most people's wildest dreams come true with the snap of her fingers. I'm less curious about who she'll help than what she wants for herself.
If money could really accomplish everything, the IPC wouldn't be eyeing this world. My bet, I'm sure that Full Wish wishes the tragedy 15 years ago never happened. Erasing history. Can the laughter really pull it off?
In past victory records, there have been countless and often bizarre instances where the victor used the elation's authority to change reality. You have to understand, the Phantasmoon Games isn't just some wish-granting lamp. What makes it irresistible is that it turns the one who wishes into the genie.
That's quite alluring. Have you heard about the noblest worm Aha made godlike? It became the happiest creature in existence. Happy enough to burst apart, leaving no intact body behind.
Oh shit.
Your knowledge of these unofficial records is enough to rival ours. Since you see things so clearly, Mr. Ashvale, why sign up for the games?
Miss Kuchiba, is that a rhetorical question? Or are you fishing for a confession?
Fishing? Don't be afraid. Now that you're a supplicant, public officials like me no longer have any authority over you. I'm guessing what you want goes beyond a straightforward act of revenge. Beyond a vigilante execution carried out in public. If you were only out to avenge friends, with or without the Phantasmoon Games, someone like you would toss laws and decorum aside and do what needs to be done. So tell me, Mr. Ashvale, what do you actually hope to get from the games?
Consider it a mystery. If I make it to the end, you'll know the answer before Aha does.
Well then, I'd be honored. Just don't let your wish ruin our lives here.
Daily life here fits like a tailored prison uniform. Wear it too long and you forget what your bones should feel like. Ugh. It's time to break free. Look at these prisoners of routine before us. Full Wish hasn't shown up yet. Let's talk with the members of the Research Society. Maybe we can coax something useful out of them.
I got called into another chat with the boss today. Never thought he'd care about me this much. Everyone is smiling at me. The office feels downright cheerful. These days, I go home, change my baby boy's diaper, help my daughter with her homework, prepare tomorrow's lunch, and clean up the house. It's hard to describe how satisfying that feels. When Emma left me, she must have left the kids to me for my own happiness. When I look back, I realize I was someone who had it good, and I never understood how lucky I was.
Right. All thanks to Miss Foolish. Yesterday, during my tumor removal, the anesthesia wore off halfway through. I squinted and watched the doctors pull all kinds of things out of my stomach. There was this lump still twitching when they cut it out.
Moça, que isso?
I used to be too weak to even get out of bed. But after the Society's treatment, I am almost ready to walk out of the hospital.
Isn't that amazing? Oh, I kind of want to see someone slice me open too.
Mano, olha o comentário desse vagabundo, velho. Eu também queria ver alguém me cortando ao meio.
Cara maluco.
Que porra é essa?
Did you two hear about the Sinwish Syndicate?
You've come to the right person. My neighbor got a visit from their debt collectors. You should have heard the racket. I saw the news too. Those parasites who ruined the peace, who kept people from being happy. Gone. Wiped clean. Oh, praise aha. Wait, they extorted you too?
Something like that. Still owed their underboss tens of thousands of credits.
So your debt's wiped clean. Oh, must feel pretty great, huh?
We meet again. Hey, Lady Megatron. How have you been?
Good. Since I joined the Research Society, I've made so many new friends. In the past, I struggled with mobility. I always had to work 3 or 4 times harder than the other Megatrons, just to keep up. A lot of Imaginae think factory-made types like me don't count as their own. And humans look at us and see soulless machines. If every sentient being has a home, then even the scrapyard is closed to me. I'm not even considered recyclable waste. But here, in the society, no one cares what I am or what I can do. They just see me as a normal person.
Congrats. You found your home.
Aha said the same. They and everyone here are my family.
Aha talks to you.
Of course! You mean you can't hear them? Guess you're not happy enough yet.
Don't worry. Once you join the society, you will. No pain, no tears.
Tem alguma coisa muito esquisita nessa sociedade, porque até agora só estão elogiando os caras sem parar e tal, então tá meio estranho.
Looks like it's about time. If the star of the show doesn't show up soon, the crowd's gonna burst with anticipation.
Everyone, please make some room for Miss Foolish.
Olha.
By the Master of
Mulher
Elation,
bonita, hein?
may they bless all souls and grant them smiles. Are you all happy today?
Very happy!
Thank you for your smiles. They're like lamps in the dark. So precious. But before we celebrate the elation, let me share a memory drenched in tears. It once dragged me into the abyss. Yet, it also taught me what the elation really means. As you all know, 15 years ago,
During the Phantasmoon Games, the shadow cast by the Herald of Death swallowed this place whole. That day, I lost my parents, my classmates, and the others. The morning greetings.
Se foi dito que essa mulher sobreviveu ao ataque lá na escola, será que ela é algum tipo de colega da HIMEKO ou seria de, sei lá, classe diferente?
After that, for a very, very long time, all that remained of my world. A door shut tight. A room steeped in silence. And a wound in my heart that would never heal. Just hearing the words, Herald of Death, made me shake uncontrollably. I even once thought the only escape was to follow the dead and leave with them. Back then, I was just an empty shell, breathing, beating, but lifeless inside. And just as my soul was about to fade away, an old lady from the Mutual Aid Society knocked on my door. She didn't offer empty words of comfort. She just looked me in the eyes and asked, "Child, would you try stepping outside this door? Out there are many people broken by pain, just like you. But together, we can start picking up the pieces, one by one." She smiled at me. A warm, gentle smile. And in that smile, I felt the master of elation grant me a reason to live. At the Mutual Aid Society, I saw countless souls scarred by fate. Some bore wounds beyond healing, and some had lost their loved ones. Each of us bore a different wound. And yet, what truly moved me wasn't the pain. It was how, beneath those scars, they still reached out to one another, offering a smile to a child who'd stopped crying, lending a guiding hand to someone lost. They taught me something precious. Pain can destroy a person, but the wish to bring elation to others can spark the fire of rebirth. That was when Aha's voice echoed again. In the silence of my heart, the smiles passed from one another. Through mutual aid is Aha's most precious blessing. It does not belong only in the small room of a support group. It yearns to illuminate hearts lost in darkness. Each time we share a true smile, it's as if we hear Aha's voice. And when that voice rings out, all suffering fades, all pain is healed, and everyone knows what true happiness feels like. That's why the Research Society of Happy Smiles was founded. I will share this divine smile with all of you.
Oh, no more sorrow!
Everyone, I have questions for you. When was the last time you truly smiled? How long has it been since you felt happy from the bottom of your heart? Minato, do you ever feel like your days are looping endlessly, like an old silent film, repeating until it suffocates you? And when you realize that loop might never end, does despair flood in like the tide?
You're right.
Miss Bell Woods, you left school full of dreams, only to have your resume rejected again and again. You told your parents you were busy in Seafeld City, hiding your heartbreaking loneliness behind that lie.
Please, help me!
And Taija did the cold exclusion at school and the indifference of the adults who should have cared build a wall around your heart. One that made you afraid to open yourself up to the world again.
Yes.
When we were born, no one had to teach us how to smile. But who would have thought that one day, even smiling would become so hard? Once, our world was blessed by Aha's grace. A gentle world in canvas, painted in elation. For centuries, humans and Imaginaes lived freely together in that eternal haven. Until the Inter-Astral Peace Corporation violently tore us away from that sanctuary. They brought us their so-called inter-astral civilization, imposed their so-called standards of happiness, and told us that life's ultimate joy lies in self-focus, self-indulgence, and self-satisfaction. They flooded us with dazzling material desires, blinding our hearts. They fed arrogance and prejudice into our minds through the network, making us chase pleasure for ourselves and forget that true elation is found when we smile together. Wish power has turned into fuel. Credits jingle where heartfelt laughter used to ring. We drown in anxiety, competition, and an endless sense of not being enough. And in all that noise, we can no longer hear Aha's gentle voice. Elation, the truest light of life itself, is being eaten away and replaced by the external.
You said it. I work myself to death for scraps, and my boss doesn't even notice. And those useless loudmouths online. They do nothing with their lives, yet constantly judge everyone else.
The IPC is nothing but a nest of vampires! They're feeding off of us!
Miss Foolish! Please, tell us how to be happy!
Look around you. This land was once blessed by the master of elation. And yet now, it's overflowing with misery. Everyone's chasing their own happiness, but in doing so, they wound others without even noticing. Do you remember the moment I found happiness again? It was when someone who was suffering just as I was, smiled at me. Even through their pain, they gave me that smile. A smile filled with blessings. That smile saved my life. So listen well. Only by opening your heart and sharing your smile with another can you truly grasp what happiness means. It isn't just giving a smile. It's embracing the power that Aha bestowed upon us to smile. Join the Research Society of Happy Smiles. I'll help you rediscover the smile buried within yourself, and Aha will grant your life a transformation. Our mission doesn't end with finding our own smiles. We must bring them to the world and spread true happiness across all existence.
While others pray to the eons for their own desires, we, the true followers of Aha, carry a higher calling to fulfill their wish.
To fulfill Aha's wish?
Yes, to still every cry of sorrow. To wipe away every bitter tear. We will build, no, rebuild. A world where smiles never fade, and elation
o
never
desejo do Aha,
dies.
então, é reconstruir um mundo onde o sorriso das, tipo, essa sensação de felicidade ou coisas muito eufóricas não deixem de existir, né? Eu lembro que na 4.0 falaram algo parecido, que tipo, o Aha encontrou alguém, que aconteceu alguma coisa e ele deu risada e ele falou, é isso. Só não lembro o que era exatamente. Tá bom, gente, obrigado.
The speech is over. What's your take, detective?
She's so far gone, it's hard to make sense of it.
Then let's not overthink it. Let's talk to her directly. Miss Fullwish, I'm Kuchiba from the Department of Aberration Defense. I'd like to have a chat with you.
Inclusive, acho que pelo menos hoje eu vou ter que ficar... Eu vou fazer mais pausas do que o normal, porque, cara, eu vou beber água hoje, hein? Meu amigo do céu.
Ah, I see. You're here about the Sinwish Syndicate case, aren't you?
So, you were expecting us.
Oh, I heard the news. The entire Sinwish Syndicate massacred in Dovebrook District. Ah, such a cursed place. They may not have been saints, but I still pray for them. May their souls rest in peace.
Oh. How merciful of you. Though, rumor has it the Research Society of Happy Smiles had a few run-ins with them regarding recruitment, donations, turf. Sounds like plenty of reasons for conflict, don't you think?
Are you suggesting we had the Sinwish Syndicate killed? For conflicted interests?
Oh, wait, that's not what I said.
You know nothing about our finances. Every expense is covered by a charitable foundation established with the compensation from 15 years ago. We don't need a single cent from our members. When I heard about this tragedy, I personally allocated relief money for the victims' families to keep order and peace in Dovebrook. Tell me, Miss Kuchiba, someone copied the Herald of Death and slaughtered dozens. What will your Department of Aberration Defense do this time?
We never released that detail. How do you know someone's imitating the Herald of Death?
Isn't that what you've been waiting for? For the killer to slip up so you can swoop in and tie everything up nicely? 15 years have passed. You don't seriously believe we're still living in an age where information can be sealed off at will, do you? From the very day the murders occurred, the news has long since spread online. The Sinwish Syndicate paid a fortune for some ancient mask, and the next thing you know, they're all dead. The scene painted red with traces of the bloody bloom.
Please pay no attention to baseless rumors.
Rumors? And yet you're here. That alone proves one thing. The rumors are true. And the new Herald of Death really does exist. Otherwise, why do you suspect me? Only someone who knows the original case could recreate it so perfectly, right?
Errada ela não tá, mas...
You heard our conversation.
Isso torna essa mulher muito suspeita.
The Herald of Death has returned. He's here in Dovebrook. He's slain the entire Sinwish Syndicate. He's back to relive the carnage of the Phantom Moon Games.
Oh, the Herald of Death? Didn't the officials declare him executed? How has he appeared again?
He's immortal? A demon? He's back for revenge. He'll take revenge on everyone.
E agora causa o caos só pra pegar uma distração aí, né? Mulher sacana.
Aren't gang members the very people who steal smiles from others? And isn't the best way to make bad people happy to erase them from the world? Wouldn't that be doing something good?
Yeah, Sister Mechatron is right. Those thugs deserved it.
Back from the dead? Lies! The IPC kept him alive to wield him as their weapon. You useless officials! 15 years ago you failed and let him get away! And that's why he's back again now!
Everyone, there's no need to panic. Remember who you are. You are those who live beneath Aha's brilliance, who have claimed happiness and cast off the shackles of suffering.
Essa mulher tá conseguindo manipular muito bem a situação,
Once the herald of death fed on our fear and tears, that was the source of his power. Look at the smiles on the faces of those around you. There is no fear left in our hearts, no tears left in our eyes. All that remains is resolve, happiness, and faith in the elation. The Research Society of Happy Smiles will protect this world. Etch this into your hearts. The happy do not die, for even death cannot touch a heart filled with...
What's going on? There's something very wrong about this woman.
Yes, as long as we're happy enough, there's nothing to fear. We won't die.
Que merda é essa? Já começou a bizarrice?
Happiness is our weapon. Happiness will destroy the Herald of Death. Happiness will save this world. Operation Spread Happiness.
Let happiness infect everyone and spread to every corner of the sky. Make the Phantom Moon smile. Make Lord Aha laugh until they cry for us. Infect the Phantom Moon with happiness. Happiness. Happiness.
Credo, hein? Paranoia é essa?
Silence!
Você tá com cara de ser outro... algum tipo de vírus memético, porque não é possível, velho. A situação tá muito parecida com a da Sparks.
My apologies, officers. I can't provide anything useful for now, but rest assured, I'll cooperate with any investigation from the Department of Aberration Defense or the Security Bureau. And whether it's the newly emerged Herald of Death or the various upheavals surrounding the Phantasmoon Games, the Research Society of Happy Smiles will handle them appropriately. What we protect is the future and the smiles of Planarcadia.
Deve ser sim.
Or
Proteger
perhaps, after all this, you too have felt that yearning within your hearts.
Se essa mulher não tiver um envolvimento direto com essas mortes de agora, ela tem alguma mão de parceria. Isso é certeza.
Eternal happiness.
I'll pass. But I've got a feeling we'll meet again.
Opa.
Miss Fullwish, thank you for your cooperation. Hopefully, next time we meet, it won't be like this.
May the Master of Elation watch over all and bless you with the everlasting smile.
Eu quero a distância dessa mulher, hein? Bom, pessoal, e é isso. Vamos deixar a continuação dessa história aqui para um próximo episódio. E até que foi bem um começo ok, interessante. Apresentando esse bagulho do Arauto da Morte, o negócio lá com o pai da HIMEKO. Até o bagulho dos Power Rangers, que beleza. Eu senti que eles deram uma... Eles passaram um pouco a mão na piada do vamos fazer bagulho de robô, Super Sentai e tal. Teve até um momento ali legal com o Ranger cinza. Ele falando, pô, eu quero ser um herói como você que protege as pessoas, vive aventuras e tal. Isso aí não tem muito o que reclamar, mas eu senti que eles deram um foco tão grande nesse negócio dos Power Rangers que, beleza, vai voltar no próximo episódio, né, continuando a história. Mas, pô, podia ter introduzido eles, a introdução deles não podia ter demorado tanto, sabe? E a na Hilux, acho que é assim, né, eu preciso aprender a falar o nome dela direito ainda. E ela é uma personagem bem interessante, bonita, mas como eu disse, a bicha não cala a boca, meu Deus, tem partes que ela fica falando que me dá vontade só de, filha, pelo amor de Deus, chega de falar, vamos pro objetivo da missão, pelo amor de Deus, eu não aguento mais você, blá 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 na minha cabeça. Mas essa não é uma história bem divertida, e acho que vocês perceberam que teve até mais memes e piadocas do que o normal, porque eu realmente me soltei legal aqui editando esse negócio. Inclusive acho que até passei um pouco da mão aí, mas o importante é que o vídeo ficou divertido pra vocês assistirem. Então é isso, eu vou ficando por aqui, muito obrigado por ter assistido até agora, deixa o like, se inscreva e a gente se vê numa próxima.